Good day and God bless you. Welcome to the Bible reading in chronological order. Just such a privilege to have you with us. We thank the Lord for each of you. Thank you for joining and for participating with us in the reading of the Word of the Lord. I pray that it would be a blessing to each of you, and I pray that the overview would just give us a little bit more insight into the Word as we would go through it. Today we're busy in the book of Matthew again, and my apologies if it seems like we're jumping around quite a bit in the book of Matthew, but it is for the sake of trying to align these events in chronological order. But we're going to be going through Matthew chapter 11. And Matthew chapter 11 is quite an interesting one, as we see that John the Baptist sends his disciples to the Lord Jesus to find out if he is the Messiah. Now, many have built doctrines upon doctrines on this passage, with some schools of thought that John had lost the faith through adversity, to others proclaiming he experienced a temporary lack of insight, with others even proclaiming that he was forcing the Lord to take up his rightful place by urging him on and challenging him to do so. The Bible tells us none of this, but rather describes John's situation, that he was in prison and heard of the things that the Lord Jesus had begun to do, and so he sends his disciples to Jesus to be enlightened as to who the Lord Jesus actually was. And the Lord Jesus simply replies to tell John the things which his disciples witnessed, miracles unheard of in Israel up to that point. And as they return to John, the Lord speaks about the wonder and the blessedness of John's ministry. The Lord tells them of the prophecies of John's ministry from the book of Malachi, and how that he came in the spirit and power of Elijah to forerun the coming of the Lord. The Lord tells of how John was labeled a heretic by the leaders of Israel, and yet he was bringing light to the one they had supposedly been waiting for since the time of Abraham. And with that, the Lord speaks judgments upon the cities of Chorazin, Bethsaida, and to Capernaum for their rejection of the Lord and his prophet. But then the Lord Jesus is thankful that those that are willing to look with innocent eyes, with the eyes of children, that they will see Jesus for who he is. And so the Lord lays before the people an open invitation. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. What a blessed hope. And this is where we're going to leave the overview for today, and we're going to just focus on the one chapter for today. I pray that the Lord would bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you. May he give you peace. God bless you as you enjoy the reading of the word today.
Chapter 11. And it came to pass, when Jesus had made an end of commanding his 12 disciples, he departed thence to teach and to preach in their cities. Now when John had heard in the prison the works of Christ, he sent 2 of his disciples, and said unto him,
Art thou he that should come, or do we look for another?
Jesus answered and said unto them,
Go, and show John again those things which ye do hear and see. The blind receive their sight, and the lame walk. The lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear. The dead are raised up, and the poor have the gospel preached to them. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me.
And as they departed, Jesus began to say unto the multitudes concerning John,
What went ye out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken with the wind? But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment? Behold, they that wear soft clothing are in kings' houses. But what went ye out for to see? A prophet? Yea, I say unto you, and more than a prophet. For this is he, of whom it is written, Behold, I send my messenger before thy face, which shall prepare thy way before thee. Verily, I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there hath not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force. For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. And if ye will receive it, this is Elias, which was for to come. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets, and calling unto their fellows, and saying, We have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say, He hath a devil. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, Behold, a man gluttonous, and a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners. But wisdom is justified of her children.
Then began he to upbraid the cities wherein most of his mighty works were done, because they repented not.
Woe unto thee, Chorazin! Woe unto thee, Bethsaida! For if the mighty works which were done in you had been done in Tyre and Sidon, they would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes. But I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon at the day of judgment than for you. And thou, Capernaum, which art exalted unto heaven, shall be brought down to hell. For if the mighty works which have been done in thee had been done in Sodom, it would have remained until this day. But I say unto you, that it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom in the day of judgment than for thee.
At that time Jesus answered and said,
I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight. All things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son but the Father. Neither knoweth any man the Father, save the Son, and he to whomsoever the Son will reveal him. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light.